Hi there and welcome back. In the last video, we did some changes in our hotel room types views that enhance the contents of our web page or Odoo web page. Now, particularly, we used a notebook with 3 pages. One page has the image widgets and the images. The other has a read-only uh, list view embedded in it. Uh, it's actually taken also from the room IDs, many to one fields in hotel room types. We also have an writable and editable list view embedded in the third page, and you have seen the code to be nothing more complicated than the usual views that we've created. Later, by the way, I intend to change the rates here, no? The daily rates and the weekend rates. We'll do that during the actual process. I think there's something wrong with this. We should put the daily rate and the weekend rates here. I will show you how to change the models later. In this video, we are going to create a guest uh, uh, model which will store the list of our hotel guests. Okay, so let's do that right now. As usual, we will go to our models. Okay, in my add-ons, let's close this. In my add-ons hotel, we go to models. Okay, and then we'll create a file there called guests.py. Guests.py. Okay, I already have the contents. I will copy it one by one so that you'll be able to follow. So first, we will copy the class declaration. Here it is. Okay, so we are declaring a class called guests inherited from model, and we have imported the necessary components from Odoo. Let's name this guests.py. Okay, let's save this. Now let's add the meta fields. Okay, now this field is unique in the sense that there will be no name field. Okay, the fields that are required by Odoo, okay, for every model. However, we are going to create the name field based on the fields last name, first name, and middle name. By the way, in this video, we will introduce different types of fields, especially computed fields and selection fields. Okay, so these are the metadata. We have hotel.guests as the model name, this description, and the order will be last name, first name, and middle name. Of course, we are going to include 3 character fields. Okay, we would like to divide the last name, rather the guest name, into 3 different portions as usual, but we are going to concatenate them together later, no? And then we are going to provide the address fields because guests have addresses, so we'll just have to do some indentation. Okay, uh, there's a red squiggly. A wrong indentation will uh, create that red squiggly and it will not compile properly. Okay, and then we have character fields to store our address. Okay, and then we'll have our zip code, our contact. Okay, our contact and email. Okay, so we'll also do that there. These are just character fields, so I don't think there will be a problem. There's a red squiggly, we just indent this properly. We already have address, so we'll remove it. Okay, and then we'll have the gender field. Okay, the gender field is very important because it is a selection field. This is the first time that we're using it. Okay, now this is a selection using a constant list. Okay, so a gender field is a selection. Okay, the selection is a list of tuples. Okay, the first in the tuple is the value that is stored. So in the database, this is the value that is stored, and in the user interface, this is the value that is shown. So when the user chooses female, the all capital letter female string will be stored in the database. The same thing is true with male and this uh, title case male. And we had assigned a string, which will be the standard label of the selection field. We have birth date, which is a date field. That's also our first introduction. And then we'd like to have a photo field. Okay, so we have done this in the hotel room type. So in this case, we'll just put one photo. Okay, and of course we're going to use the image widget later, and the standard uh, multi-company setting that we have used previously. No, we have to use this company field so that different companies will have a different list of guests. Okay, so different hotels will have a different list of guests. Let me introduce a name field because it's required by Odoo. Okay, so name field. The name field here is not a character field because it will be a duplication if we make it a character field, but instead of that, we'll make it a computed field. How do we make a computed field? A computed field is created using the compute attribute, okay? And the compute attribute names the Python function that will compute this computed field. Now, computed fields will always use the API, okay, component of Odoo. Okay, so to do that, we'll use the API decorator before the function itself. Okay, this is required, no? So we use the API decorator, which tells us that the next computed field will depend on last name, first name, and middle name, which tells us that if there are changes in any of these three fields, the function that will compute the name will be executed because of the dependency being declared. Now let us write the function. Let us write down the function right away to do a computed field. Okay, so we'll just indent this properly. Control tab. Sorry. Yes. Is that correct? Let's undo it. I think I made. Later we'll improve this using a new feature in Odoo called use one. No. Okay. Now this is the name of the function. Okay. It started with an underscore, and in Python we define a function called def, and then we pass self. Self is the instance of this model, and then we use a forec. Why do you use that? Every function, although it uses a single instance, will pass a JSON file, so therefore it will pass a list, although the list contains only one record. So in this case, if we do not do a for loop, we will have a singleton error in Python. Okay, that's always the case in Python. So that's why we will use a for loop for rec in self, which means for every record in self. But in this case, there's only one record. Okay, we will change this later, improve this to a better code using the use one, okay, function, which we will explain in the later videos. No? And then we use the formula rec.name. So this is name, the record.name. Okay, so F is Python's concatenation syntax. Okay, we enclose the strings that we need to concatenate in double quotes. So we will concatenate rec.last name followed by a comma, followed by a rec.first name, and followed by a rec.middle name. Okay, so that's a computed field. A computed field is a read-only field. It's automatically computed if there are changes in the dependencies indicated by the API decorator. Okay, Now, before we forget, of course, we are going to put the security, okay, for this model. So this model is called guests, okay. So we'll go to our, I've already prepared it. We will go to our IR access that, that CSV, and put the necessary security for the base user. I just copied the names. I just changed the names from rooms to guests, okay, and that gives us the necessary facility to be able to use the model. Now, let me stop my and of course, by the way, in the init.py, we'll have to include guests, okay. Okay, and save this. And then since we have updated the model, we are going to we need to restart our server. Go to our application, activate the developer mode, go to apps, update app list. Okay. By the way, there will be no addition on our interface yet on our web page, but there will be a new model that will be installed in our PostgreSQL database. I hope there's no error. We upgrade. Okay, there's none. And let's go to our Postgres. There it is. And then we can uh, make a select statement. Now this is called hotel guests. Let's continue. Select star from hotel guests. Let's run this. There it is. We have an empty table. Take note that there's no name, but there will be a computed name. How is that done? Before we close this, let's look at our Odoo and then set the developer mode. Let's go to technical settings, and then technical, and look for models. So there are meta fields that are not stored. So let us look for hotel, and then we have there hotel guests. If you look at that, okay, we have the different fields, and one of them is name. Okay, it's a field car. Okay, if we let's try to double click this. So this is a guest that name. It's a read-only field because it's a computed field. Here's the computation. Okay, there's the computation. It didn't say show the function, but it indicated that it's a computed field. Okay, so we are able to create the guests model. In next video, we are going to create the guest.xml and include it in our user interface. Thanks very much for watching, and bye for now.